Is our planet in danger? Astronomers recently made a huge leap in their search for interstellar visitors from alien star systems when they discovered two objects that emerged outside our solar system. This finding was received with utmost joy, as it came after decades of waiting and finding absolutely nothing. The first object that appeared out of the cosmic void was only discernible via the telescope of a space observatory in Hawaii as a small, brilliant speck. The object, which was discovered to be traveling through space at 59,000 miles per hour, originated from Vega, an outer space star located 147 trillion miles away. By the time it came into full view, it had taken the shape of an uncannily spaceship-like disk and had already zipped past our sun, performing a smooth hip turn, and was hurtling off in a different direction. This is not the only interstellar visitor entering our solar system. Should we be worried? What information can NASA give us about these objects? NASA has been able to gather some preliminary information about this alien object so far. Even though it was not yet decided whether it was a comet or asteroid, it had the shape of an extended cigar and measured 1,000 meters in length, which is not very large for either. But the signature movement and behavior of this object are deemed extremely abnormal for even an asteroid or comet. Astronomers were still busy coming to terms with the shock and confusion of this unexpected visitor when reports of another alien visitor came knocking. Gennady Borisov, an amateur astronomer and engineer, saw a moving object from his own observatory in Crimea while using a telescope he had built. Even as an amateur, he could tell it was unique from the moment he first laid eyes on it. He also noticed that it was moving in the opposite direction from the comets that reside in the main asteroid belt that orbits our sun. The first interstellar object was named 1I-2017 UI Oumuamua, and it is a reddish-colored, stony object. These characteristics imply that it is dense, made of rock and probably metals, lacks water and ice, and that the reddening of its surface was caused by cosmic ray irradiation over hundreds of millions of years. It also suggests that this odd object had been traveling through the Milky Way for hundreds of millions of years before colliding with our star system by accident. According to preliminary orbital calculations, the object originated from about the same direction as the magnificent star Vega, which is located in the northern constellation of Lyra. When compared to our own solar system, which is 4.6 billion years old, Vega is just roughly 450 million years old. Astronomers can and have learned more about solar systems that are in the early stages of their formation just by studying this star. Also, we gradually perceive north to various stars due to a shift in the Earth's axis during a 26,000-year cycle. A few thousand years ago, Vega, which is located just 25 light-years from Earth, was the North Star several thousands of years ago, and it is estimated that it will be again in about 12,000 years. One breakthrough in the study of this star system occurred when astronomers reported the discovery of an asteroid belt orbiting the star Vega at the beginning of 2013, raising the potential of the presence of planets among the objects. The arrangement, which was similar to that observed near the star Fomalhaut, shows the presence of a region closer to the star, where warmer space rocks are located, and an outer region with frozen asteroids, any of which could have been the origin of the first mysterious object to be seen in our solar system. Oumuamua has never stopped baffling astronomers. Scientists are convinced this visitor originated outside our solar system due to its extreme speed and the route it took as it whirled around the sun. Also, since the object passed Earth so quickly at 3 times the speed that the latter orbits the sun, NASA had only about 11 days to observe it. Its speed has likewise been observed with conclusions that it could not have been the result of the sun's gravity alone. Instead, the interstellar object must have entered the solar system at a high speed without coming into contact with any other planets. The object was so close to our star that it was only 1/4 of the distance between the sun and the Earth. After careful study, Two particular factors about the visitor, oumuamua, have caught the attention of scientists. First, its puzzling acceleration away from the Sun, and second, its odd shape. This object ultimately challenged our physics and baffled everyone. Aside from its other unusual characteristics, the object began exiting the solar system at a very high speed, relative to our own Sun at about 95,000 kilometers per second after it got to its closest point to the Sun. The speed of this object was more than enough to guarantee it would escape our star's gravity. However, even at such a high speed, it accelerated very steadily and smoothly, which is completely the opposite of what is predicted from a rough and irregular comet when its ices are outgassing. Such behavior from a naturally occurring comet is incredibly unlikely to occur. Although oumuamua is no longer visible to telescopes, researchers are still delving into it to solve new puzzles regarding this unusual intergalactic guest. However, one hypothesis fits all of its peculiar characteristics perfectly. It might be an alien spaceship with a light sail. According to a recent study, the numerous strange properties of the cosmic visitor could in fact be explained fairly satisfactorily by an artificial origin. The second mysterious object, dubbed Comet 21/Borisov, discovered by Gennady Borisov, was thankfully far easier to understand than its cosmic counterpart. Although a brilliant nucleus was visible in the captured images of this comet, the nucleus itself was too small for NASA's Hubble Space Telescope to see clearly. It has also been confirmed as the first interstellar comet ever found and is thought to have been composed of a mixture of water, carbon monoxide, and dust. 2I/Borisov is believed to have formed outside of our solar system. The fact that both objects have origins beyond our star systems makes oumuamua appear more unusual. A key reason was that 2I Borisov has a visible tail, which is more or less what scientists were expecting of the first interstellar visitor. This comet is also speculated to be far older or more recent than our 4.5 billion-year-old star system. Large numbers of comets that first originated near our Sun have been evicted from our solar system, primarily as a result of gravitational collisions with Jupiter. It is therefore possible that even this comet was also similarly ejected from its planet. The high carbon monoxide to water ratio of the 2I/Borisov shows that it comes from an extremely frigid region similar to the Kuiper Belt, which is the region where Pluto is in relation to our Sun. In fact, reports from our astronomers show that the comet is centered around a red dwarf star, the dimmest and most abundant type in our galaxy. The groundbreaking discovery of oumuamua and 2I/Borisov have sparked the interest of NASA, as well as international astronomers and scientists, as they are still studying these mysterious guests. One major thing that is left to know is whether these interstellar travelers are artificial or natural. Other knowledge we look forward to obtaining from further observations of these objects include what we can pick up from them, the history behind them, and when we could be expecting another alien visitor. Stay tuned for more updates by subscribing to this channel. Hope to see you again soon.